Right folks, new lake for me today. I come to Frisby Lakes, which is just the other side of Melton. I think it's in Frisby. It's £10 for a day ticket, for a 12-hour day ticket, for up to 3 rods. And I found it online. I'll put the link down below in the description. But it's immense. It's probably the biggest lake I've ever fished. Even in Belgium, the lake's smaller. If I see, you've got all that water there, with the water over my shoulder, and then that there, that way is an island, and you can fish around the other side as well. I sort of had a little bit of a cheat today because I don't know the place. There is sometimes a bailiff up here. I did see him briefly, but I was trying to pay at the time because there's a QR code on the door which you can pay for your day ticket through an app, or you can pre-book it. A lot of the swims around here you have to pre-book, including any on the island. So if you want to fish on the island, I think it's a minimum of 48 hours, and that has to be pre-booked. Yeah, so like I say, because I didn't know the place too well, I mean, you can see there behind me, there's like, it's a shop, but it's only open a couple of days a week. I think only the weekends, to be fair, and it's, I don't know what, it's like a little hut and that. But like I say, there's no one in there at the moment. But I've come, the car park's just the other side. I've come pretty much to one of the first swims. I had a little walk round that side, and all the reeds are really overgrown. See, it's not really a swim now. Got a couple of guys fishing, so I can point in the right direction, up at the point there, and there's a few guys fishing around that corner. You can drive a little way up there, but not very far. I come to the end of where you can drive. There's a guy fishing there, so them swims down there. There was one I could have gone into, but there's 2 guys fishing just before that, so I thought that'd be a bit too close. So I've come to, like I say, the first swims. On swim 8, there is a few markers around, and this is saying pike match. So this is swim 8 for that. What was the pike match? I've got my 2 rods. I've got the cut rod, which I'm probably going to chuck out, if I can, to that sort of the corner where the island comes round, and then off to my right hand side. I don't know if you can see very well, there's loads of lilies over here, so I'm going to fish my swim feed over towards the lilies. There are some bigger fish in here. There's carp to mid-30s, there's double figure tench. If you, like I say, if you go on their website, which I'll link down below, it gives you a rough idea of what sort of sizes are in here. But yeah, it's starting to spit a bit. It's supposed to be raining all day, so the first thing I'm going to do is get my new brolly up, which I got when I went to the show, and I'll show you my home for the next few hours after it's all sorted. Well folks, I made the rookie mistake. New brolly, not put it up before, tried to put it up, failed miserably. So it's back in the bag at the moment, and the rain is getting a bit heavier now. I've got waterproofs on, as you can see, but the rain is getting heavier, and some very dark clouds about. I've had a single bleep on both rods so far. They've only been out for a couple of minutes each of them. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, it is getting heavy at the moment, so I don't even know if I'm going to spend the whole day here. Well, it's wasted 10 quid a bit, but we'll see how things go. See how wet I get. Right folks, I feel like I should really persevered with trying to get the brolly up first. As you can see, it's up at the moment, but that's because I'm holding it. It's one of those ones with a polar system. It's got poles on the side, but I couldn't get them in properly. It kept falling forwards, then falling backwards, so it was just, I spent about 20 minutes on it, and I was like, no, let's just not worry about it. It shouldn't rain too hard. It started to rain a bit hard, so that's what at the moment. What I've done is I'm holding it open. It's not too bad. There's a little button there which I can push which should put it down quite quickly. So if I do get a bite at all, I can quickly put it down. Obviously if the rain does ease off a little bit as well, I'll put it down as well. But for now, like I say, it's a little bit harder. It's actually starting to ease off a little bit. But when the hard stuff comes down, I'm just gonna have to put it up and hold it. And like I say, if I get a run, then I'm gonna put it down quickly and chuck it to the side. It's frustrating. Like I say, a new lake, something a lot different to what I've ever done before. This sort of size lake. But we'll give it a shot. Spend a few hours here at least. Like I say, I had another few bleeps on my right hand rod. I couldn't get over to them lilies because father and son were fishing a bit further along, just next to the lilies. I don't have to have float fishing or pike fishing, so I wasn't able to cast down there. So I've sort of cast it out a little way and just, you know, play it by ear really. Like I say, it's my first session over here. The weather conditions aren't exactly ideal. The other rod, the left-hand rod, I didn't put it out to the island. I put it down to some reeds on the left-hand side, over towards them. I put it on a pop-up. I got the super fruit pop-up, and I put a few freebies around it as well. Yeah, this is going to be a weird day, I think. If I don't blank, I'll be more than happy if I don't blank. But if I do blank, then I'm not overly disheartened. Obviously, I will put the other video up that you may have seen already, that I blanked the last time I was out as well. I used to. I mean, anyone that's followed my podcast before or my vlogs over on my other channel will know that I'm used to blanking. But yeah, especially right now, I'm starting to do a bit more carp fishing and such. The blankings will probably be a bit more often. But yeah, I'll catch up with you in a while, guys. Alright folks, I've had my first fish. A little bream. It's not that big, maybe about a pound or so. I'm going to unhook this, get the rod back out. I've got the brolly up, sort of. Hope it stays as it is. Just see how things go. First fish from a new venue. A real slimy, snotty one, but I've not blanked, so I'm well happy with that. Let's get it back. Well folks, finally all set up now. The brolly is sort of up. I've got the guide ropes through there, the guide ropes through the eye at the top, stop it from falling forward. I don't know if this is the way to do it. I was going to look on YouTube, but the signal over here is not great, so I couldn't get onto YouTube, so I've just put it up the best I can. It's holding for now. If the wind picks up, we'll probably have to cross our fingers. The rain's sort of stopped for now, but it's, as you can see, it's very, very dark clouds up there. So I've got a feeling it's going to be raining on and off all day. I've got myself, my nephew's bought me this mug. I think it was from, I'm not sure it was my birthday or Christmas, but got myself it's just Coke, but you know. While I'm driving, it is only a short session. Got myself some leftover barbecue. I have not blanked. Hopefully get one or two more. I know it was a bream, and you know, I'm not really after bream. Carp or tench would be the ideal. But beggars can't be choosers, and a bream is a blank saver. Well folks, another little update for you. It's now, I think it's about 11:15. Nope, it's 11 o'clock now. I've just recast both rods again. The one that was over, a carp rod that was over to the left hand side, I've now moved over to pretty much straight as far as I can get it, confidently anyway. Oh, excuse me, a bit of water on the old. So yeah, I've just, because over when I ground in over there, it was very, very weedy. A lot of weed around the hook and the lead. So I've just chucked out straighter. Hopefully it's a little bit less weedy. A bit further out. I'm probably about half to 2/3 between the bank and the island. That wasn't. It was a big chuck, but not. It was an easy chuck. I've not got a big lead on. It's been a long time since I really, casted. I mean, I obviously when I used to do pier fishing and beach fishing, I could kind of quite away, but it's been some times I've done that, so I'm a bit out of touch. So that's something I need to practice at some point, especially if I'm going to fish over here again, which I'm not too sure at the moment. I think on a better day it would be better, on a nicer day. And without a barrow, I think it's very hard to fish the other half of the lake, because you can't. It's a walk, and if there's two of you and you can share the load or whatever, not too bad. But on my own, it's quite a lot of gear to carry around. So I did stop at another lake, which is just pretty much across the road, called Frisby Lakes, or carp pools, one of the other. I stopped there by mistake initially, because it's the same. It's like I say, it's the same postcode, and it did show that lake as where I needed to be. But anyway, I found this when I'm here. Like I said, I'm not blanked. I have got my new prescription glasses on. I splurged a little bit with some overtime money and got the polarized lenses, so that'll help with my fishing as well. Not ideal today, but yeah, the sun's starting to peek out now. It's stopped raining, the sun's peeking out. There's still a lot of dark clouds about, but for now the sun is out. Alright folks, just had another one. Bream, about the same sort of size, about a poundish, like a skimmer. A few bleeps on the right hand rod. Started off with like 3 or 4 continuous bleeps, then your bleep, 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 so stuck into it. It came in pretty quickly. It kicked once throughout the whole time. Came in, unhooked it and put it straight back. It's just, like I say, same as the last one, so I didn't bother taking any pictures or film with it. But 2 fish. I'm going to get the method feed loaded up again and chuck back out and see if we can get another one. See if we can get something else rather than a bream. Well folks, I have got another fish. Thought it was something different, but it's another bream. I'm not going to complain about this one. I'm going to wait in a second, but as you can see, a lot better than the first 2. Right, so weighed the fish, put it back, recast the rod out again. Just to let you know, that was a 5 pound 6 ounce bream, which I think is possibly my biggest bream. My record bream. I've got a list at home somewhere for all my records before. Blimey, I've even got the gel. I've even got the old snot in my beard. Yeah, so 5 pound 6 ounce. Really, really pleased with that. It was a lovely fish. It was a nice little. It fought well at first. I thought it was like maybe a small tench or a small carp. Then when I got it closer, it started to come in a little bit too easy. So. Nice, pleased with that. 5 pound 6 ounce, like I say. 3 fish caught. Something to show you. Anyway, guys, let's hope I get a few more. The sun's come out a bit now. There is still clouds in the sky, but it doesn't look as wet. I'll take a waterproof jacket off. I'm going to take waterproof trousers off in a minute because I'm getting quite warm. I might even take my jacket off because it's got quite warm all of a sudden. Well folks, nothing to report really in the last hour. Bayes come over, spoke to the Bayes quickly. He said that everything, there's pretty much spawned recently, so they might be a bit lethargic at the moment, but they just spawned like a couple of weeks ago. But they've had a couple of fish over the far side. He said there's no spawn in any of them, so they've definitely spawned. just recast my right hand rod again, the method feed one. Yeah, it's getting quite warm now as well, so I don't know if the sun has actually hampered it at all. You know, we've still got the chop on the water. It's not the conditions seem all right, a little bit overcast still, but there is a bit of sunshine around. Yeah, I mean, it's 12:30 now. Been fishing for 3 hours ish in total, roughly. Three fish. I'd like more, obviously. I'd like a tench or a carp, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Well, folks, as you may be able to hear, it started raining again. Came over very dark, and yeah, and then this happened. Hoping the boys well. I've managed to just secure on the side there a little bit, so I've got a bit more protection. The rod's over there. I'm hoping I don't get a bite while this is going on. Yeah, let's see what happens. Hopefully it won't be long. Hopefully it's just a short one. And that last one. Right, folks, it's 10 to 2, and as you can see, I'm all packed away. Had a couple of really big gusts of wind that's blew the brolly over, and it's bent a little bit. I think I can repair it, but not on the bank really. And obviously with that wind, a bit more rain started to come down. Then there was 3 or 4, well, there was at least 2 big claps of thunder, and there's some really dark clouds coming across. So I thought, call it quits. Packed away as quick as I could. I've not got everything sorted really, just everything went in the bag. Rods got broken down and chucked in. I've not put the bands on, anything like that. So there's some work to do today or tomorrow to sort that out. But yeah, all in all, Frisby Lakes, definitely I would come here again. I think I've got to be more prepared. Better weather would be nicer, and a bit more information. So I'll try and look online, see if I can find anything else about this place. But it's a nice fishery. You had the 3 fish, like a £5 6-ounce bream. Although I didn't really want bream, I'm more than happy with that. So didn't blank. Only fished for 4-ish hours, between 4 and 5 hours, from the time I cast out to the time I got round in. So there are 3 fish in that time, ain't too bad. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to shoot off home now. I'll catch you next time on the bank side. Hopefully it won't be too much longer before I'm out again. Or whether it'll be this place or somewhere else, I don't know, but we'll just have to see where we go. So anyway, tight lines, take care, until we see you again.